won't you answer that question for Aaron Roberts there?
Yep, this will be, I think we got this a little bit later, but it is going to be booth 4611. So we are kind of down in the yellow main area, just down from Summit, actually right next to AFCO.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome being there. Speaking of Summit, did you know that their speed legacy began in 1968? Almost 60 years ago. One dude. One man startup. That's freaking awesome. Now it's the World Speed Shop. 4 facilities, 200 plus catalog editions. Summit fuels your passion, saves you money, delivers fast, and offers top-notch customer service for more than 1,500 brands. Make sure to download the Summit Racing mobile app for easy access to speed parts. Find them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Especially this week, our boy Justin Wiedemann out there absolutely crushing it for Summit at SEMA right now. You can also tune into the On All Cylinders podcast, which had another episode drop yesterday for automotive discussions like what you got here. From humble origins to the social media lean, Summit Racing stands by your need for speed. And of course, you can find everything at summitracing.com or click on our website, and every Summit branded button takes you right through there with our affiliate link. So one thing we didn't really, I guess we really didn't notice until the last couple of weeks here, and you brought it to my attention, was Summit has like featured content creators. I don't know how we missed that, but I'll tell you, this featured content creator, I didn't even know existed. How bad is that of me? Like, this is a pretty dude. Like, and from what it looks like, the videos I've watched, looks like he has a ton of fun, bro. This is like the kind of guy we need to look at. We need to hang out with this guy. Yeah. Junkyard Digs is their featured content creator this week, and man, big shout out to him. Looks like he's having a ton of fun and just out there digging around in the junkyards and finding cool stuff, building cool cars, and that's what everybody should want to do. I guess.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
Do for sure. So pretty cool of them. And then of course the affiliate program, guys, just can't say enough. It helps us while you are doing the same thing. The discount codes, the sales, the clearance items, all that kind of stuff works the same way it should. You just jump on dragdriverepeat.com, look for a Summit branded, Summit sticker on there, or a picture, I guess, or a link on our website. Anywhere, it's on every page. You just click on it, takes you right to Summit Racing. So pretty cool stuff. And while you're in there, definitely grab you the old Drag Drive Repeat merch, which I don't think are either one of us wearing Drag Drive Repeat merch.
I've got the circuit on today.
Oh, nice. You can't buy that on summitracing.com yet, but there is talks about fun stuff coming to there from events. So bring it on.
You can get some awesome Crocs,
bro. I love
you guys. You guys are going to get sick of me talking about these things, but they are truly awesome. Yeah. Like, you just need to.
Did you just take that off your foot?
Maybe. But
smell-o-vision, man.
You need to run out to the mailbox and get the mail real quick. Slide these things on. Get there super quick. You need to go to the grocery store. You want to get in and out of the grocery store quick. They're on these Crocs. You'll be flying through there.
Yeah, turbos, baby. Well, let's talk about some Drag Drive Repeat updates, sir. Lead us into this first part here.
Yeah, so been talking about Six Summer stuff. Six Summer Day 1 album is starting to get full. 270 photos in there already, which I think was that as of this afternoon?
Yeah. I think that may have even missed your most recent update, your most recent post.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just uploaded like 50 something tonight, so. Oh, yeah, wow. We're going to be probably up over 300. 2 more days of actual track photos, which is probably about another 100. And then we get into traveling between Byron and the route stop. So there's a ton of photos there as well. So Dad and I had pulled over a bunch of places and caught people driving down the highway. That first route stop, forgetting the name, but it's the brewery, sat out there and caught a ton of cars coming in there. So there is still a lot of photos yet to come. And again, this is day 1. So there's still 4 more days of photos to drop. So we'll be dropping photos for a while. My goal is to just keep dropping, 50 something a day. I think that's a safe number that everybody can scroll through and not have to scroll through 300 photos. 50 seems like a good number. You can tag people in there, let everybody see pictures of their cars. So hopefully you guys are liking that number, because it feels like it works better.
Oh yeah, for sure. Doug, you're saying killer pictures, guys. No, that's that dude right down there. He just crushed it, bro.
Appreciate that. So day 0, that's already fully updated. there was 295 photos from that day. So we're already past that with day one. Obviously, day zero is just tech in and everything, but still almost 300 photos from that day. So each day is going to have its own album. That is the way I like to organize them. That's the way that we've kind of decided is the best way. I'm really debating on if we do the like route stops as a separate album just because there is so many photos. But I think dropping them at 50, I think it kind of allows everybody to see it. So we might keep them all in the same, but for sure there'll be day 0 through day 5 albums on Facebook. That's where you can see all the photos. They are uploaded there.
Yeah, I truly think if you're willing to do the time, I think it's probably best to split that up. You know, the drive and route days or route stops as their own album, just because, man, there's a lot of times where folks are just looking for that piece, and that's, you know, you were the leader on that you were the driver behind the albums and all that stuff, and it really helps me as I'm going back looking for photos for, you know, whatever I'm posting about for Drag Drive Repeat. If I know that somebody was at Drag Week 2024, I can go back to Drag Week 2024 day 0 through 5, and I can scroll through just those photos instead of having to go through 5,000 photos that we've posted up since Drag Week last time. Now you got to go through. So we're one of the only folks that do that. I know 1320 does that, and it really helps a ton when you're trying to find that specific photo. You know, it kind of helps save all that time. Plus, when we get old and Facebook is on our glasses and we're trying to find stuff, that will help a lot. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Plus, if you know, like, if you broke and you're only at track 1 or even whatever, you can go to that day and find pictures. So, and then a lot of times I'll post kind of teasers before we even start dumping photos in general. So if you've seen a photo that you liked and you're looking for more, you might go, okay, oh, there was a cool photo from Byron that he posted. That's got to be either day 1 or 5. It kind of allows you to zone in on where those might be. And I think it just helps everybody find them easier.
Yeah, 100%, man. Well, you're doing a great job. Killer stuff. I love it. You know, that's photos is not my thing. I'm a video guy, and you are crushing it on photos, and I'm not crushing it on videos. Got to get back to some of that after the short circuit, I promise y'all. Next up, dude, we're 36 days from the Drag and Drive Awards. 36 days. We have one more national level Drag and Drive event to run through, and then I'll be able to sit for tens of hours and sift through things to give away more than 20 different awards at the Drag and Drive Awards presented by Summit Racing. Guys, literally 36 days. I hope you're ready. We are room 235, December 11th, which is Thursday of PRI at 11 a.m. Make sure you get yourself to the room. We've got space for about 100, which I think that would have been capacity last year. We were over capacity last year. Had some people standing in the hallway and stuff like that. Just go ahead and set a timer now. We have an event on Drag Drive Repeat. You can look at it there on Facebook, you know, say you're going, and then that will alert you once time gets close. So that's kind of the best way really as of right now, until we have a better way to set a calendar reminder for people, is to follow it on Facebook. So as we get closer, my plan is to really begin kind of dropping some hints and things like the Drag and Drive Ambassador Awards. You know, we do 3 of those because it's such a big area. Oh, Phil, I'm gonna say that, hey, start that, and we'll talk about that in just a second for the short circuit. But this is a big deal to us, y'all. I mean, we invest a lot of money and time, hundreds of hours go into the Drag and Drive Awards, all the stuff, the Drag and Drive World Championship, all the points and things like that go along with all that culminates right there at the Drag and Drive Awards. An hour. It's wild that we spend hundreds of hours a year to spend an hour together and do that.
I tell everybody now, download the PRI app. I think it's called PRI Show or My PRI. I can't remember. Download that. If you're going to be at PRI, you can kind of like bookmark what booths you want to attend, what events you want to go to. So, and then you'll get reminders ahead of time. So if there's, you know, like the award ceremony, if there's what do they call them? Like the teachings or the wherever you can go to, if you want to go to one of those, you can set an alert in there. So I highly recommend downloading that PRI app and start booking where you want to be, so you can kind of set your schedule for the week.
Well, and I love the planner because there's been so many times where you're just wandering around trying to find something. So this will be our 3rd year for this. Please put it on your calendar, y'all. It means a lot to us. Plus, it's like that last real opportunity for Drag and Drive folks to kind of all be in the same area together. together. So pretty awesome. Lamar Swindell, unless something crazy happens, dude, you got to be there because you got to accept your reward. A lot of stuff coming up. We've had a lot of people, I didn't put this in the notes, we had a lot of people make nominations in the Molly Motorsports Toughest Roadside Repair. That's going to be another tough decision this year. Honorable mentions get talked about in the show, but only one winner. So if you've had something break on the side of the road and you fixed it and you made it and you finished the week, talk to us. We want to know about it. All right, so let's see. What do we got here? Oh, the other thing, did I put? Yes, perfect. Okay, so booth 4611, Aaron Roberts asked about it earlier. This is twofold. So one, we have an exhibitor booth. We have to do that to get a room, but this really kind of gives a good spot, especially where we're located, for people to come in and hang out with us and talk and all that kind of stuff. So booth 4611, we're right next to AFCO Racing Products. We're literally a row and a half over from Summit Racing, so it's going to be very easy for everybody to find us. We have a 10 by 20 booth this year, and we are partnering up with WAF Racing. So I think it's going to be really cool having so many people come through, because, dude, Chris was blown away last year at how many people, one, came by our booth, but then two, like how many people were interested in his stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why he signed up. So we're looking at, if you missed the opportunity this year to come in and do a booth with us as one of our partners, definitely talk to us about next year. I'm willing to go to a 10 by 30. That was our original plan, was to go 10 by 30 and then really kind of separate it up into like 4 different areas. But our plan is to bring a table and some chairs and hang out and do live streams like we always have been. So booth 4611, if you have a story to tell, we need to know now, because we need to start scheduling those out. We want to promote that. We want to put that on the schedule for PRI, under special guest appearances, things like that. So if you have that kind of stuff, do it. If you have access to David Freiberger, we would love to have him come to the booth. David Freiberger, booth 4611. We want you, buddy. We want to talk about the early days of drag and drive and what you think about the growth since then. But one of our biggest ones, and I will be building the event later tonight, Redwood Rally will be releasing the tracks and dates for the 2026 event on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, live from our booth at PRI. I want to say thank you to them for doing this. They could put that out right now, but they're waiting 36 days to give us that, and let us have that opportunity to really put that out there and be a part of the announcing of a huge drag and drive event that is going to be around for a long time. So big shout out to them. Same things.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of big news at PRI, we have a huge announcement for the race car friends that we're going to release at PRI. So more clues and details coming over the next few weeks, but this is going to be exciting.
Yeah, you're going to need to be watching the Drag Drive Repeat page, because this is going to be stuff going to be hidden within other posts. This is a pretty big deal, and it's been a ton of stuff working back behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome for all of our race car friends that are out there. All right, man, let's move on. The short circuit, dude, 2 days from now. When the heck did that happen? How did we get so close already?
2 weeks ago, when you thought it was a good idea.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm not very smart, but I want to play this video real quick. It's a reel that's going to go up later, but it's 38 seconds, and I wonder if we can talk while it's playing. Yeah, perfect. So these are the folks that are coming. So for you guys that are watching this at home, these are also things that are going to be posted. This event came out of nowhere, to be honest. It was really, I blame it all on Eric. To be honest with you, it was not supposed to happen. I wasn't going to do 2 events a year. I put it up. If we could get 40 cars, hey, we'll do it. Dude, we're sitting at 64 cars right now. And I've had 3 or 4 other people message saying, hey, I'm coming. I'm just going to sign up on Friday.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we're going to end up somewhere around, I hope we can end up somewhere around 60 cars total by the time we get done. One, it's awesome for us to have one last opportunity to kind of hang out with all of our friends in a really laid back. This is way different than the circuit. We're not doing, it's not this big, crazy, big show, right? It's a fun time. I'm actually going to be walking around talking to people and all that kind of stuff. But it's really, man, I think at this point, we're probably going to have 2 of these every year now. I think that's probably what it is. So we're at 64 cars. Do you want to tell them what I'm going to do for people that are pre-registered?
Yep. So there is going to be a drawing for a free entry to the Circuit 2026 for the racers that are pre-registered. Cutoff for pre-registered drawing is Friday morning. So if you want to have an opportunity to be guaranteed a free spot into the Circuit 2026, get pre-registered. Friday morning is when that cutoff date is.
So that gives people like 36 hours from right now to do that if they want to, or maybe 54 hours, whatever, 60 hours from right now to do that if they want to. I highly recommend it. One, it's just going to be so much easier when you get to the gate. Once you get through the gate, we'll be able to, do all the easy stuff and get wristbands and all that kind of stuff. But for the folks that don't pre-register, that is completely fine too. We're going to take you up until 8 p.m. Friday night. You will actually pay your tech card entry and your co-pilot entry at the gate. And then I'll just discount that from your entry for this short circuit. So it'll be easy. Don't worry about paying 2 days. Don't worry about paying the full thing at the gate. You'll just pay there. And then route stops, I want to give an update. I dropped that list the other day in the short circuit Facebook event. The Auto Museum, look, let's support these guys. They're trying to do good things for the automotive deal. So a museum is always good. It's a great route stop. But for the first 25 folks, I bought decals today to support the museum. They're giving us a discounted tour. And the first 25 people, I don't know what we're going to even be taking pictures of yet, but selfies in front of insert item here will be given, a decal from the museum. It's not anything crazy. It's a $2 decal, but hey, let's help them. Let's support them as much as we can. And then some crazy person today messaged me asking if he could do a double entry for 2 classes. You guys are crazy. You're crazy. So I said yes. Yes, you can do 2. You can double enter. That's fine by me. It's going to be $50 more. So it's going to be $200 total. And this is where it gets tough. You have to submit 4 passes each day. 4 passes per class entered. So you're going to have 2 on Friday for 1 class, another 2 on Friday for that class, and then 4 more on Saturday. So 8 passes total. I just completely butchered the way I explained that, but you're going to it's basically going to be 2 events for you with 1 drive, just because look, you're crazy already. So you're not scared of making passes already. So 8 passes submitted total. Make as many as you want or can, but you're going to have to submit 8 passes total to do double entry. So anyways, I hope you're all happy.
Definitely disappointed that I'm not going to be at this one. It's going to be a ton of fun. This literally came up, and by the time you had everything planned out, the date was already set and just couldn't make it. But I think you guys are going to have a ton of fun. Enjoy it for sure.
And this one here, I think, just to kind of talk about it for a second, really it came about because of the photos you posted. It came about because it was fun, but then also the track already had a Friday test and tune planned and a Saturday, what was then a test and tune / gambler race. So it was a very easy way to slide us in. Plus, it's going to help the track a ton. Having 60 entries for 2 days of racing is going to be a good deal for the track. So just so everybody knows, I'm paying retail. Whatever you would pay to come race at the track, that's what I'm paying. And the reason I did that is because I have such a good relationship. I mean, I'm basically an employee at Tulsa Raceway Park with all this, all the stuff I do. I just wanted to help. We've had a hard year for test and tunes. I think that's going to change in 2026. But the short circuit 2 days from now, November 7th and 8th, I think it's going to be a ton of fun and very laid back. All right, we love our race car friends around here. The biggest thing that helps us is you guys. Really, I'll tell you, I've spent some late nights this week. This time change ruins me for about a week. And so I've spent some late nights just working through stuff, man. I'm trying to get a ton of stuff ready for PRI and some big announcements we have there. And so it's just been this crazy chaos. And I just want to give a shout out to all of our race car friends and say thank you so much for. There's not an hour of the day that goes by that there's not somebody making a comment on something we've done. I just appreciate you guys so much. And y'all really do help keep this thing moving along. And of course, our sponsors, we can't do this without them. Summit Racing, who's at SEMA and World Cup finals right now, taking on 2 different parts of the country. It's crazy. Deechworks, who's out at SEMA with a huge thing. Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams. Big shout out to Luke B. Him and I messaged back and forth today. J-Wire Solutions. I love you, Jay. I can't wait to see you guys at PRI. AFCO Racing Products, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, and of course, Power Tube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina with the best hand cleaning wipes on the market, and Racing Junk Classified 2 literally built out an entire drag and drive section just for us here in the drag and drive community. So appreciate all you guys doing all that stuff. Once